mercy and we Biafra. Lord, give the evil and wicked British and Fulani Caliphate can't stop the sun from shining from the east of God. I saw Biafra all over the globe. Are you feeling me? Why am I feeling you from my location, you know? We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. Because I tell you, we don't fear wicked British, we don't fear Britain, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Boko Haram, we don't fear them, we don't fear Fulani Caliphate, we don't fear them, we don't fear Mietiala, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Bandit Kill, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Janjaweed, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Al-Qaeda, we don't fear Lucifer, we don't fear you, Satan, we don't fear little demons, we don't fear Leviathan, we don't fear little zombies, little Janjaweed. Obasanjo and his entire generation died and was buried in our Biafra. This is business as usual. This is the new generation of Biafra. For your information, if you don't mind, mad people everywhere. Mad people. I have to know, man. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, so we are roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. Yerima Shetima, the Boko Haram people said, and in Lagos, the Yorubas can be buying the land for 100,000. And Fulanis we buy them for 150 or 200,000. But on Ibadan, we buy his one for 10 million. Can you imagine? Mad people everywhere. So whatever.
Give the water.
Parabasuka. We will Chris. I'm seeing Biafra already, man. Yeah, man.
Please, would like to repeat it again, please. Continue to share.
Have mercy on we Biafra. Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we Biafra. and give us a freedom. Oh Lord, have mercy on we, Biafrans, and give us a freedom. Father, we need our leader. Prophet, we need our leader. We need our leader. Come on. The evil and wicked British and Fulani Caliphate can't stop the sun from shining from the east of God. And so the flags all over the globe, are you feeling me, chanting? Why am I feeling from my location, you know? We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to go again. Biafra nation is around. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is around. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is around. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is around. We are going home to Biafra city. Because I tell you, we don't fear wicked British, we don't fear Britain, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Boko Haram, we don't fear them, we don't fear Fulani Caliphate, we don't fear them, we don't fear Mietiala, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Bandit Kill, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Janjaweed, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Al-Qaeda, we don't fear Lucifer, we don't fear you, Satan, we don't fear little demons, we don't fear Leviathan, we don't fear little junkies, little Janjaweed. Obasanjo and his entire generation died and was buried. In order to be a friend, it is business as usual. This is the new generation of Biafra. For your information, if you don't mind, mad people everywhere. Mad people. I have to know, man. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. Yerima Shetima, the Bokala Big Bill said, and in Lagos, the Yorubas can be buying them for 100,000. And Fulanis we buy them for 150 or 200,000. But on Ibadan, we buy his one for 10 million. Can you imagine? Mad people everywhere. So whatever, give them water. But on Azuka, we will Chris, Pastor Baba, I'm seeing Biafra already, man. Yeah, man.
Thank you. Let me quickly get us updates from our Prime Minister, and then we're going to capitalize on the subject of today. Quickly, let me get you this update.
Biafra Republic, peace, unity, progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual. Biafra Republic, peace, unity,
and equity.
progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual. Biafra Republic, peace, unity, progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual.
The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has announced the initiation of a process to delegitimize the Nigerian government within Biafran territory. This process, which includes a series of steps, was disclosed in a press release via his official X page. To achieve this objective, Ekpa has directed Biafran citizens to refrain from hawking near military, police, naval, or air force checkpoints. This measure, he says, is intended to enhance safety, especially for children who often engage in hawking activities. He further tasked Biafran governors with removing military checkpoints, or citizens will take action. Ekpa also called for the resignation of state commissioners in Biafra land. He stated that the state commissioners have been given a 5-day grace period to resign from their positions. He added that after September 1st, any commissioner representing Nigeria within any Nigeria-created state will be treated as an enemy of Biafra. Ekpa also directed the temporary suspension of morning mass and prayers in churches within Biafra land due to impending security challenges. He also raised security concerns in regions around Iche and Ngobala. He identified the region as volatile and urged residents in these areas to exercise caution. The British Prime Minister also introduced a new slogan and motto tagged Biafra Republic, Peace, Unity, Progress, and Equity. He said the slogan has been introduced to unite Biafrans.
Odogwu adigo kodade. Adigo kogade. Odogwu adigo kogade. And there's nobody that is alien to this particular very important announcement. Nobody's alien to it. Nobody is going to feign ignorance of this particular announcement, especially the announcement to stay clear from every checkpoint as a hawker or as a business trader, whatever you are doing, selling on go slow or hold up. Stay anywhere you see the mountain roadblock, stay away from there, because their time have already expired and Biafra Liberation Army will engage them. You need to stay clear from the road. Okay. And yesterday, our Prime Minister already read out the names of every commissioner in Biafra land, particularly Anambra and Imo State, all the commissioners whose names were read on our BROGIE, Biafra Liberation, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, everyone that heard their name, whose names were mentioned on our platform through our Prime Minister. If you heard your name, please, Bawakoso, Makandoge, we have told you just stay in Abuja, because as far as Anambra, Enugu, Imo is concerned, it is Biafra land. It has nothing to do with Nigeria. So if you want to represent Nigeria, go to Abuja. Hope Uzodinjo is there, especially in Imo State. The heat is very on. A commissioner, and you heard your name. If you are related to any one of these people whose names were mentioned last night, whether you heard your name or you did not hear your name, as long as you are a commissioner, a zoo commissioner in Biafra land, you better relocate to Abuja. If you were already in Abuja before the news came, stay there. Stay there. Oh. Go and tell your compound people, anybody that is close to these Efulefus, commissioners, senators, House of Rep. Already those House of Rep and senators are in Abuja. But every one of you, stay there. Don't return back to Biafra land. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Our Prime Minister read it out, all the names. I am going to repeat this particular announcement from the Root TV. You know the Root TV, a very popular zoo media. But these ones are, relatively good because they report our news the way we say it. They don't bend it. They report it exactly the way it is. Now listen to them once again as they report this news.
Biafra Republic, peace, unity, progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual.
The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has announced the initiation of a process to delegitimize the Nigerian government within Biafran territory.
You see the way they report the news, truth, the way it is. The Prime Minister, Biafra Republic government in exile, but all those red envelope, this a brown envelope, inglorious, cheap gutter media in the zoo. Sometimes you hear them say self-imposed, self-implied, self-relay, rubbish people. They understand, this root understand the way we roll. They understand that Biafran people are the ones that have given our Prime Minister the mandate to be our Prime Minister. And so they report it exactly the way it is. But the zoo, even though their senator, their chief senator in Abuja, the head of Senate in Abuja, have already told them that Simon Ekpa is in charge of what is going on in Biafra land from Finland. He told them. Yet their gutter media will still come and be reporting self-imposed, self-in this, self-in that. But this root media, this root TV station or social media station, report it the way it is. Listen to them again, so that if there's any one of you gutter media journalists listening to me today, you will take correction. You take correction. Now listen to them.
Progress and equity. What we do is spiritual.
What we do is
the
spiritual.
Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile.
The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is not self-imposed. No, he didn't impose himself. He is the Prime Minister because the people chose him. The people listen to him. And if you go to Biafra land, you will see it is everywhere. And that's why this topic today is 3 weeks civil disobedience with curfew is loading. 3 weeks civil disobedience. We had 1 week. People were propaganda up and down. Then when we're about to have 2 weeks, you sent your dogs. You even use Aloy Ejimako, who is now a pathetic fellow, who is so hopeless now. He doesn't even know what to do with himself. You sent him to conjure a letter and come and read. Yet the 2 weeks held against all odds, because Biafrans are listening to their Prime Minister. Biafrans know who is leading them to their freedom, and they listen to him. Now, 3 weeks is coming, and this one is high tension because it is with curfew. With what? With curfew. No movement. I am going to go to the X page of our Prime Minister to read out to you the details of everything. The details, time to time, the curfew will hold, and the days that will be complete total lockdown. I'm going to be reading it to you today. So all your propaganda, 1 week sit at home, your propaganda did not work. 2 weeks it failed. We have 3 weeks loading. But the one funny thing is that you people, you are so deaf and dumb that you refuse to do the right thing. How many of you heard when the House of Rep, all those idiotic House of Reps were saying Nnamdi Kanu to be released to bring peace to the Southeast? You heard them making that, nonsense, talking. You thought they were serious. How many days since then? Have you seen them make any move? They make those statements to calm your nerves, to stop you from taking action. But we know your language. We know the way you talk. We know the language that you understand. And we will continue to speak that language you understand. So whether you like it or not, you must release our leader. We are moving forward with speed. The sit-at-homes will continue. The civil disobedience will continue. Our preparation for our referendum will continue, as we are already preparing for the convention in Finland. Everything is moving on. We are not going to slow down because of your cheap lies of propaganda. Masinam Kanu will be released to stop the crisis in Southeast. Did you see them make any move? Did you see them do anything? No, they won't do anything. But when we say sit at home, we begin from this September after 15th. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not released, today is 2nd of September. So you still have time to do the needful, but you will not do it. You will rather choose a cheap propaganda. You will rather go and buy some hungry affiliates, give them money, and they will come out. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is against the sit-at-home. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have cancelled it. The real IPOB are against it. The real IPOB. Now you know who the real IPOB are. Now you want to associate with the real IPOB after proscribing IPOB. Now there is the real one and the fake one. Now the fake one is the one telling you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be free. Now to you, the real one is the one telling you that we are against the one saying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be free. We are in support of you that sit-at-home should be cancelled. You see how dunce, how moronic you people are. You think we'll buy into that nonsense? Listen to our Prime Minister, because if you don't listen, we begin and we'll come to intensify it. Listen to our Prime Minister.
Public, peace, unity, progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual.
The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has announced the initiation of a process to delegitimize the Nigerian government within Biafran territory. This process, which includes a series of steps, was disclosed in a press release via his official X page. To achieve this objective, Ekpa has directed Biafran citizens to refrain from hawking near military, police, naval, or air force checkpoints. This measure, he says, is intended to enhance safety, especially for children who often engage in hawking activities. He further tasked Biafran governors with removing military checkpoints, or citizens will take action. Ekpa also called for the resignation of state commissioners in Biafra land. He stated that the state commissioners have been given a 5-day grace period to resign from their positions. He added that after September 1st, any commissioner representing Nigeria within any Nigeria-created state will be treated as an enemy of Biafra. Ekpa also directed the temporary suspension of morning mass and prayers in churches within Biafra land due to impending security challenges. He also raised security concerns in regions around Iche and Gobala. He identified the region as volatile and urged residents in these areas to exercise caution. The British Prime Minister also introduced a new slogan and motto tagged Biafra Republic, Peace, Unity, Progress, and Equity. He said the slogan has been introduced to unite Biafrans.
Adigo Kogade. Now, with the blackmail and the lie, they bought Aloy Ejimako to come and disgrace himself. Yeah? They got Aloy Ejimako to come and disgrace himself. Now, see what has happened to the idiotic Aloy. Our Prime Minister, cut out his tweet. Now, our Prime Minister said, Aromelo, Nwoke na ife, Aloy, where are you? I am naked. Apple, ebugum, my lord. Now, this is what Aloy tweeted yesterday. Aloy, who you know, will always tweet. Oyendu, we went to visit Oyendu. Oyendu said this. Oyendu said that. Look at what Aloy Ejimako came out yesterday. For my followers, well-wishers on this app who might be concerned, this is to inform you all that I have not been tweeting much. Is it that he has not been tweeting much or that he has not been tweeting at all? Shameless Sabo. I have not been tweeting much because I have been on medical and sabbatical leave from social media. Somebody say by force sabbatical. Aloy, Aromelo, Woka na, Woke nife, Aloy, where are you? I am naked. Apple Bugum. My Lord, this idiot said, he said he's on medical and sabbatical leave from social and mainstream media. Hey, only a few people close to me knew this and the details as well. Udo, hey, no more visiting Onyendu. No more Onyendu said, Onyendu said, Onyendu did not say, Onyendu wrote, Onyendu did not write. A lie. A lie, you know we told you. We told you, this road you are going, there is no road there. These people that are buying you, they are paying you. You remember that this idiot sat down in Enugu, in the office of Mba, and began to read and shaking. So how many of you are still doubting our prime minister? How many of you are still doubting what we are doing? How many of you still have any doubt that Mazi Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, is actually the real deal, the good guy, the one that represents Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That when he tell you that, when this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, you will believe him. When he tell you that he has intel, you believe. Even Gumi of DOS, I wish we had time, I would have gone to bring out the video. When he told them, they tell you, don't listen to Simon Ekpa because they don't want you to have intel. Because they know that Simon Ekpa is the only one that has intel about everything that is genuine. They will tell you that you must listen to Nnamdi Kanu, you must obey Nnamdi Kanu because they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not free. Now, between you and I, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free? So how can you be taking orders from somebody who is not free? Not that he's not just free or he's in the captivity of someone else. He is actually in the captivity of your real enemies, your number one enemies. He is in the captivity of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in their captivity. And all the Efulefus, they want you to be taking orders from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because they will come and tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing this, Mazi Kanu will stop this. I'm telling you, by the time this whole thing is over, I am just imagining what we are going to do to Kanu Takanu and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's siblings. I just imagine what we'll do to them, because not even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will stop the anger of Biafrans. I just imagine if Ifeanyi Ejiofor is still alive, I just imagine what we will do to him, because he will not even boldly be around any Biafran. No, I am just imagining the face that Michael Zakome will use. You know, these people have destroyed their career. You know, when you manipulate and lie against the anointed one, your career is over. When you allow the enemies to use you to destroy the anointed one, you are finished. Look, what happened to Judas? It is not an accident. Judas sold the Savior. He sold his master, and he did not live to tell the story. All of you that are involved in the ordeal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I bet you with my 10 fingers and my 10 toes, you will never live to tell the story. Take it to the bank, I'm telling you. I am Pastor Van Van Van. You know, most of us that are at this stage, still standing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are with the real or four. If you are looking for four, my brother, we are the ones with the real or four. We are the true child of heaven, the true anointed ones. So when we say things, I am telling you, it translates into the mind of God. It translates into the divine word of Chukwokikabiama. So when we declare a thing, even the scripture says it will come to pass, because we have got the mind of God. So I don't know how these people will be able to escape the wrath of God. I don't know. Look at Aloy Ejimako. You know, some of the people that were saying, it is the handwriting of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that said it now. Was that not the last time you ever heard from Aloy Ejimako telling you anything that came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you remember that our Prime Minister actually said it, that Aloy Ejimako has been stopped from coming to DSS? Because the assignment he agreed he was going to be able to carry out, he couldn't carry it out. He promised them. Aloy Ejimako gave them his word. He told them, I know Simon Ekpa. I am close to him. He will listen to me. When I tell him that this letter is from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will obey. In fact, he's the one that promised them. I will ask him to announce it on his own platform. Do you remember that was the condition on the letter? Go on your platform and announce that the sit at home has been cancelled on your platform. Can you believe that? That was the promise Aloy Ejimako gave to this Zoo DSS. They called him and asked him, are you sure? Because we have tried many things. So we have tried many things. They called him and they told him, do you remember the person they called Nelly of Ebu? He said, yes, I remember. We used how? He said, yes, we used that. They called him and they told him, do you remember the people they called DOS? DOS, you remember? He said, I know them. Yes, I know them. Sometimes I even pass message to them. We also use them. Oh. They asked him, do you remember the one they call Emma Powerless? Ifeanyi Ejiofor? And all, do you remember them? I remember we use them. Oh, are you sure? Because we don't want you to waste our time. Aloy Ejimako get them. He said, okay, you know what? Let me sign. If I cannot deliver, stop me from coming to this place. I will. You know, Simon Ekpa listens to me. Trust me. He knows I'm a good man. In fact, he believes anything I tell him. So he will listen. It's okay. He now signed their document. If Simon Ekpa does not do what I asked him to do, I will no longer. Aloy. What happened to you? Where are you? I am naked. Why are you naked? I atara my apple. Apple on the Fulani. Aloy agreed. He said, no problem. I will deliver. I can deliver it. Don't worry. Aloy went and he came to my Simon Ekpa. The first one said, Emma Simon Ekpa, the governor of Enugu said, want to talk to you. Yeah? But seriously? Immediately our prime minister blocked his line. Blocked him. He's immediately and came on and said, Aloy is compromised. You know, he's the dragon. The dragon. Aloy is compromised. Then Aloy ran. Started going to Enugu. He went to Enugu. He got there. He said, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? Okay, just prepare an office for me. Let me read it because I agree that I'm going to read it. Like the people will listen. Once I told them it is from Onyendu, they will listen. They prepared a separate room for him in the office of the governor of Enugu State. One of the arch enemies of Biafrans. Aloy Ejimako sat down in his office and began to read. As he was reading, he was shaking. Because the DSS people, they were standing in front of him. They told him that if you cannot deliver this thing, you know what you signed. He said, don't worry, I will read it. Once I tell them it's Onyendu, I will tell them that Simon is a Sabo. They will listen. You will see the sit at home will stop. Immediately, Biafrans listening to what Aloy said. The Biafrans, they said, hey, sit at home, activated to raise to power 2. Sit at home, activated. Then the 2 weeks became total lockdown. Aloy, I say, Aloy, or the African, don't worry, let me go and see. My friend, get out. You cannot come here anymore. Aloy disappeared from Twitter. He disappeared only to show up with this a few days ago or yesterday. When did he show up with this? He showed up with this. Look at it. To my followers and well-wishers on this app who might be concerned, this is to inform you all that I have not been tweeting much because I've been on medical. He said, who might be concerned? Is there anybody actually concerned about Aloy Ejimakor? Even the E-rats, underground sewage rats, they're not concerned about Aloy Ejimakor. The zoo media, they don't care about Aloy Ejimakor. The DSS, they don't care about Aloy Ejimakor. The DOS done and dusted. The underground workers, they don't care about Elima Ejimakor. The IPOB, the true IPOB Muchineke, under the Biafra Republic government in exile with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as our supreme leader and our prime minister being Mazi Simon Ekpa. I have to explain it for emphasis sake. We don't care about Aloy Ejimakor. We don't care. So who does Aloy Ejimakor think is actually concerned when he's saying those who might be concerned? No Biafran is concerned about you. You are now Udele. Also, you don't belong to the air, you don't belong to the land. He said, I have not been tweeting much because I've been on medical and sabbatical leave. Did you ever hear anything about Aloy Ejimakor not being fine or not being well or being sick or whatever? Did you ever hear anything like that? The answer is no. So, how come Aloy Ejimakor is suddenly sick? How come Aloy Ejimakor is suddenly having medical issues that would mean that he cannot even tweet? Even if he did not go and see Onyendu, he cannot even tweet and tell the people that he thought were concerned and tell them one or two things about Onyendu. It is just to tell you that everything our prime minister has ever said is true. Our prime minister is not a propagandist. Our prime minister is not a fake guy. He's not a liar. He is a genuine Machineke, whiter than white and whiter than snow. Now you see Aloy Ejimakor. He said, I've not been tweeting more because I've been on medical and sabbatical leave from social and mainstream media. Even mainstream. What it means that how do you need to combine social media and mainstream? Is Aloy Ejimakor now working with CNN, Al Jazeera, French 24, or what have you? All the mainstream media. He said he's no longer on the mainstream and the social media. Hey, Aloy Aboike. Aloy Iboriike. Hey, Aloy na. Waka na. I've been on medical and sabbatical from social and mainstream media. Only a few people close to me knew this. Who are those people close to him? Only Canon Taken Kano and the Master Prophets and the Nenayanya and the Umunne Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Emmanuel Kanu, criminals. They are the only people that knows that Aloy Ejimakor has failed woefully and they cannot boldly come on social media. Whether you call it mainstream, low scream, or high scream, Aloy Ejimakor is done and dusted. Only a few people, only close pals, close criminal associates, they are the only people that knew about this. And the details as well. Tell Aloy Ejimakor, we don't need any details from you. After all, whether you are there or not, we don't care. As far as Biafrans are concerned, Aloy Ejimakor does not exist. Aloy, you are done and dusted. As far as Umuchineke are concerned, Aloy Ejimakor does not exist. They are finished. Completely finished. Hey, you can now. Okay. So, Alain Jimaka, I don't know how you are going to come back to counter this now. Yeah, you cannot. You can't. Now we are going to be having this. If Mazen Namdekano is not released forthwith before the 15th, don't worry, I'm going to enlarge it so that we'll be able to read it. I'll make sure you'll be able to read it. I hope you guys can read it. Can you read it? Is it bold enough? Is it bold enough? Can you read it? Can you see it? Make a comment now. Let me know. Can you see these letters? Arumelo. Arumelo, shame, they shame me. Okay, yes, thank you. You can read it. Thank you. Okay. Since you can read it, thank you very much, mommy. Thank you very much. Thank you, mommy. You can read it, so I am good to go. Okay. So this is what is coming for you in the Zoological Republic. Biafra Republic government in exile. Office of the Prime Minister. Email. You can see that email there. September 2nd. This is coming today. The delegitimization of Nigeria government within Biafra territory. The delegitimization of the Nigerian government in Biafra land has begun, and our Monday sit at home continues. Excuse me. But if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and other Biafrans being illegally detained by the Nigeria state are not released, and all roadblocks and checkpoints in Biafra land dismantled on or before 15th of September 2023, the Biafra people will embark on another 3 weeks civil disobedience with a curfew as follows. 3 weeks civil disobedience with a curfew as follows. Please, if you are watching this, you need to hit the like button, because nobody should say we were not told, we are not aware. They didn't want us. They didn't announce it. They just said 3 weeks. They didn't tell us how it will go. Gather here and listen attentively. I am Pastor Van Van Vam. Now, on the 18th of September, remember they have until 15th of September to release our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which if they don't, beginning from on the 18th of September, being Monday, our normal Monday sit at home will take place. Then the following day, 19th, from 19th to 22nd of September. This is the first week. For the first week, for the 3 weeks, civil disobedience, the first week begins from on the 18th of September, which is on Monday, and it begins with our normal Monday sit at home. Then the following day, being Tuesday 19th, down to Friday 22nd, there will be curfew. And the curfews will range from the hours of 6 a.m. to 12 noon. 6 a.m. to 12 noon from on Tuesday the 19th to on Friday the 22nd of September. That is for the first week. On the 23rd, being Saturday, and 24th, being Sunday, there will be normal movement in Biafra territory. Remember that a curfew means that there will be no movement. there will be no movement. Curfew. Nobody should say I was not told. Then on the 25th, the second week will begin. Second week of the 3 weeks civil disobedience will begin on the 25th, being Monday, 25th of this month of September. Remember, it is going to be a September they will ever remember and they will never forget in a hurry. We are going to ensure that. 25th, being Monday, September 25th, normal sit at home, our Mazin Namdekanu Day. Then on the 26th, being Tuesday, 26th, being Tuesday, 26th is Tuesday, 9th, 26th of September to 29th, which is on Friday. The curfew, like the previous week, will take place again from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Curfew all across Biafran territory, from Anambra to Imo, from Imo to Delta, from Delta to Bayelsa, from Bayelsa to Akwa Ibom, from Akwa Ibom to Rivers, from Rivers to Cross River, from Cross River to Ebonyi, from Ebonyi to Enugu, from Enugu to parts of Benue, to parts of Kogi. Everywhere Biafrans are found. Curfew, no movement. Those of you in some of those areas where you think they have not been holding it, I am telling you, the God of Biafra have risen up. For your own information. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Maybe you are in those areas, parts of Kogi, parts of Benue, and they have not been having it at home. Look, there is a revolution in the air. And the spirit of this revolution is sparking up so hard that if you dare, you are on your own. You are better warned to adhere to this information. As long as you are in the 30 states region of this Biafra territory. Second week, I come again. 25th night, 2023, which is 25th of September. For the second week, on Monday, it's going to be our normal Mazin Namdekanu Day. And on Tuesday, the 26th, to on Friday, the 29th of September, there will be curfew, 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Then on the 30th, which is Saturday, 30th of September, and on the 1st of October, there will be normal activities. Remember, our Prime Minister is also going to come regularly to update us, because on that 1st of October happened to be the day the zoo called their Independence Day. Remember, we don't have any business with the zoo. So our Prime Minister is going to update us before the commencement of the second week to tell us what is going to be happening on the 1st of October. Very, very important. So that you understand that there is nothing like in Nigeria independence in Biafra land. So when we are saying normal movement, but on that on the 1st of October, the day they come gather and say they are having their independence, our Prime Minister will be telling you what you will do on that day. Because we are not going to support anything Zoological Republic in Biafra land. Then the third week, which is going to be the last week of the 3 week civil disobedience, will commence on Monday the 2nd. On Monday the 2nd. Normally, you know, these crazy people, you know, as on the 1st is on Sunday, they might want to shift their activities to on the 2nd. Chineka Paula Hoku, because on the 2nd is going to be our Mazin Namdekanu's day. And every Biafran know what happens on that day. On the 2nd of October happens to be Mazin Namdekanu's day. And on this last week of the 3 weeks, beginning from the 2nd of October, there will be total lockdown. Monday sit at home. Normal Monday sit at home. Total lockdown of Biafra land. And then on the 3rd, which is on Tuesday, to the 6th, which is on Friday of October, there will be curfew. The normal curfew like was in the first week and on the second week. Curfew that begins from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. It is total, no movement all across Biafra territory. No movement. During these 3 weeks curfew, every Nigerian government, this is very important too, during these 3 weeks curfew, every Nigerian government secretariat in Biafra territory must shut down in all states. Shut down. Every office that belongs to the zoo in Biafra territory during these 3 weeks, during these 21 days, it must be shut down. Every office shut down, respectively. All shut down. And there's something you must know. Anytime you see a sign, any memo or any release with this blue dragon, remember the blue dragon belongs to our prime minister. The blue dragon is the mark of authenticity. The blue dragon is the mark of authority of our PM. The blue dragon means don't joke with this information. Don't joke with this announcement. Signed, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Our website, www.biafrarepublic.gov.org. This is the update for the 3 weeks sit at home if our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not released. And the Biafrans that are being held are not released. You are going to see, you are going to know that these men are not just wielding their sword in vain. They are wielding their sword because they mean business. That's our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see him with his sword? You see him with his sword? Like father, like son, like father, our saviors, like father, like son. These are the swords that is going to be used to succor every giants that are positioning themselves in our land, and we are expelling them. Muhammadike with his sword, our dragon with his sword. Muhammadike with his sword, our dragon with his own sword. We're not joking. We mean business. We're not joking. We mean business. Tell them. 3 weeks, for 3 weeks, total shutdown. Lockdown. So I have the links. I have the links already posted. And for our information, today is our fundraising. Today is our fundraising. And if we have people to come in and give us your observation, maybe from the state of the nation of our prime minister yesterday, and you have anything to share, or you have your observation or questions to ask, use the link and come in. Good to see you, my fellow cabinet member, Dr. Joy Irobi. I acknowledge your presence. Thank you. And I acknowledge my one and special one, my beloved Helen Peters. I acknowledge you, my darling sister. You are a blessing, and I want to acknowledge you. Thank you very much. So please, if you are here and you want to make some comments, please do well to come in. And while I'm waiting for anyone to come in, I came across this video. I downloaded it. I went to their I went to the Twitter of these guys. Both of them are from Biafra. Both of them are from Biafra. These are two, excuse me, two American Marines. These people should be thinking about how they should enlist themselves in Biafra Liberation Army. But it's good that they are in American Marine. But time is coming when every young Biafran in American Marine or in British military, wherever they are around the world, it is time for you to think about, coming to support our men, or to give them the technical abilities or knowledge on how to battle, how to war. Some of you, even if you don't come, just acknowledge that you are with us, and then we might just need some tutorials from you, if need be. So I want you to listen to them, what they said here. And I went on their Twitter, their TikTok, and I discovered that the other guy in the front there, his name is Okafor. And the other one is from the coastal region of Biafra land. Both of them are Biafrans. And I hear what they had to say.
Person said we should be ashamed of ourselves. So we leave Nigeria Army, go join US Army. After what do you want to allow?
Say we leave Nigeria Army, join US Army.
Yeah.
May you go join Nigeria Army now. say be power Mike. May you go join Nigeria Army. If floor craze come on body, only you go talk to us.
The person don't come this life to suffer. Or go join Nigeria Army.
Baby now, general. $1 now, 150 naira. I say, I go there, go do for which kind of salary decrease. I go use 1K buy a full family house for generation decrease.
And I tell you, the other guy said they're not the US Army, so they just wear the uniform. So we just fake everything.
I go go buy them. I'm cheaper for Lagos. Go here. I just go Walmart, go buy uniform. Say I be you.
Hey man, you guys ask for more of this content.
You see that guy. This one is Okafor. This guy is Okafor. He is a Biafran, full-blooded Biafran. He's Okafor. He's from Imo State. If you go on their Twitter, on their TikTok, you see some of their videos. But what actually, got my attention is that these people are Biafrans. You see, they are Biafrans, and then they are telling you, those of you that are Biafrans, and you are still wearing Nigeria Army uniform, you are still supporting Nigeria. These ones are telling you already. For them, they are talking about the monetary gains or the monetary advantages of, not being in Nigeria Army. For them, it is the monetary gain. They are not even talking about, the sacrifice that people have used themselves, becoming sacrificial, lambs to the zoo. Let me play to the end before I will make analysis on this. Maybe this time somebody might want to come in.
Person said we should be ashamed of ourselves. So we leave Nigeria Army, go join US Army. After what do you want to allow?
Say we leave Nigeria Army, join US Army.
Yeah.
May you go join Nigeria Army now. say be power Mike. May you go join Nigeria Army. If floor craze come on body, only you go talk to us.
The person don't come this life to suffer. Or go join Nigeria Army.
Baby now, general. $1 now, 150 naira. I say, I go there, go do for which kind of salary decrease. I go use 1K buy a full family house for generation decrease.
And I tell you, the other guy said they're not the US Army, so they just wear the uniform. So we just fake everything.
I go go buy them. I'm cheaper for Lagos. Go here. I just go Walmart, go buy uniform. Say I be you.
Hey man, you guys ask for more of this content. There's a leave Nigeria. We love Nigeria, but we come here to make money. We will soon come back. You
Nigeria is a place to stay on a vacation spot now.
You see, this Igbo guy is so annoying to me. Now, the Igbo guy, the pure Igbo guy, an Imo State guy, he's saying that we love Nigeria. We come hustle, we'll still come back to Nigeria. So for them, is how, for him particularly. But the guy at the back is telling you how how Nigeria doesn't want it, how Nigeria doesn't even deserve anybody. You know, they will flog grace come up for your body. You know, how can you even want to even bring yourself to the level of being in Nigeria, to be a part of Nigeria? I went to their TikTok and I was watching that video. The black guy makes more sense. This other Igbo guy, like some natural, you know, efule from the Igbo. He's talking about loving Nigeria, talking about coming back. You know, these are the type of people that are thinking of coming back to oppress. They're not coming back to see a change. They're not coming back to see that Nigeria has transformed to become, you know, a disunited entity whereby everybody will now be on their own. He's not thinking about it. He's thinking about making all the dollars in America and coming back as American military man in Nigeria to oppress people. And then he will go back. The other guy is making a little more of sense to me that, you know, Nigeria is a no-go area. What come to do what? You know, that kind of a thing. But this other guy opened his mouth and said, you know, we love Nigeria. If you love Nigeria, then what are you doing outside of Nigeria? Anybody that have run away from Nigeria, you run away from Nigeria, and you open your gutter and say you love Nigeria, you're a madman. You're a madman because you don't run away from what you love. What you love, you stay and enjoy it. If you love it, you stay. So don't open your gutter because you are now wearing American army uniform and say, we love Nigeria. Love what? What do you love in Nigeria? What is there in Nigeria to love? What is there in Nigeria to love? People are willing to fight the terrorist government of Nigeria for free. For free. Because another part of this their video is that they are talking about money. Money, the money they make. It's good to talk about money. But the way it is now in Nigeria, we have men in Biafra Liberation Army. We have men waiting and willing to get enlisted in the army for free. For free. They want to fight for free. They want to end the impunity, that evil entity. They want to end it. And they are willing to do it for free. For free. Do you understand? So it is not about money. For some of us, it's not about money. It is about doing everything necessary to bring an end to that zoological republic. Everything you can do. Everything you can do. I'm telling you, to bring an end. You're from Imo State. From Okafo. He's from Imo State. Go and see what is happening in Imo State. Go and see what Nigeria is doing with the governor we have driven away from Imo State now, who is now governing Imo State from Abuja. Go and see what he's doing in Imo State. You, even with your army uniform, with your American citizenship, you cannot move freely in Imo State. Do you understand? You can't. That's what Hope Uzodinjo have turned your state into. And you are opening your gutter to say, I love Nigeria. It got me angry. I don't know. You have not offended me before. I don't know who you are. But you cannot say you love Nigeria, but you are on the run from Nigeria. You are now an American citizen. Or maybe an American green passport holder. Because to become an army in the USA, to join the Marine, you must at least either be an American citizen or a green card holder. You can enlist and go through the training, do their exam. You pass, they put you in. They put you in. But mind you, these are also armies that could be sent to go and fight for the interest of America. They might even be sent to go and fight your own people, as long as it is in the interest of America. But you, being a Biafran, you will be a Biafran army to fight for your land. Because Biafra is the only people that doesn't care about fighting other people to subdue them or to overthrow their land. So no matter how good and how pleasant it is for you to wear that army uniform, we as Biafrans, we are not going to be proud wearing another country's army uniform, because these are countries that are also criminal countries. Is it French that you want to wear their army uniform and be proud? It's a criminal country. US that will see the truth and will not speak it. Criminal countries. UK, the same thing. Do you understand? So that's it. Let me see if there's any other thing he said there. Then I wanted to play the video for you.
Go buy uniform, say
Hey man, you guys ask for more of his content. There's a more live Nigeria. We love Nigeria, but we come here to make money. We will soon come back. You
Nigeria
understand?
place to stay on a vacation spot now.
You see, this other guy say he loved Nigeria, he will soon come back. Then the one at the back is telling you Nigeria is not a place to stay, that it is a vacation spot. And you call that a country? So how can you love a country you say is your own, and it is not a place you can stay? You can only use there as a vacation spot. And being your vacation in Nigeria, you are not safe. You are not safe. Everywhere people go for vacation in this world, they go to places where their lives will be safe. So who is going to be coming to a place where their life is not assured of safety? You know, even the guy at the back is saying it's a vacation spot, but you cannot safely do your vacation in Nigeria. In one of the states, one army, a U.S. Marine Army, came back to Nigeria after building something through one of his siblings. He came back and they murdered him because of what he built in this land. You understand? So listen to him again.
There's a more live Nigeria. We love Nigeria, but we come here to make money. We will soon come back. You
Nigeria
understand?
a place to stay on a vacation spot now.
But Nigeria na vacation country.
Tourist center. Every place where person is staying here.
You see, he said that Nigeria is a tourist center. Tourist center. And some people are not even ready to do tourists in Nigeria for free. Meet some white people now. Tell them, I will pay you to go on a tourism visit to Nigeria. They will decline. They will tell you, we will pay you to pay somebody else who are not going. Do you understand? Yeah, you understand? Thank you, Stella. You go vacation in Nigeria, you pay me. Eh? Imagine how he disgusts me saying he lost Nigeria. It's pathetic. Pathetic. They know that the people you are even living in their country, they don't have respect for you as a black man. They don't have respect for you. Let me show you what one white man did to a black man. They work in the same news station. I'll show you now what he did, what a white newscaster did to a colleague of his.
And it's a very narrow perspective. That's the most unfortunate part of this.
It's not
These two people are working in the same news station. Two of them are working for the same corporation. This one is a black lady. This other one is a Caucasian or whatever it may be. You're going to see what he did to this lady. Because the lady has her own opinion against his own. You're going to see what he did to her.
And it's a very narrow perspective. That's the most unfortunate part of this.
It's not a perspective, it's a real fact.
Do you care about the starving millions of African people in this country?
I
Do you
care
care about the farm workers who are being oppressed in this country? Do you care about the fact...
Don't interrupt me. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for the shift. Bye. Okay. And you won't dare,
Mr. Sahi,
you won't dare interrupting me.
Once more.
Go ahead, man.
Thank you very much. Touch me, and you'll be in trouble. Touch me on my studio.
You touched me.
Touch me on my studio. Touch me on my studio.
You touched me.
And
Take away his arm.
touch me on my studio.
Take away his arm from
Touch
me.
me on my studio. Touch me on my studio.
I touch you on your studio.
Touch me on my studio.
I touch you on your studio.
You don't do that.
No, don't touch it.
Yeah, let's go.
I am not finished with you.
Mr. Pasahi, stop threatening this woman, Mr. Pasahi. I'm telling you, stop it now. Would you stop it now, Mr. Pasahi?
I won't stop it. You try to stop me.
Mr. Pasahi, why are you threatening this poor woman? What has she done to you? She's expressing her views.
She's talking about the capitalist whites. Why do you think that?
You see, the lady is talking against the capitalist white, and this man, he supports the capitalist white. And because our opinion is against his own, he is not happy. He's angry. On a live news or live, the whole world is watching. And he's treating this black lady like this. Tell me, shouldn't this lady be in her country and enjoy the blessings that God has given to her, rather than be in the same news station with this different colored fellow? He should be in his own country, talking to his own people, working with his own fellow, either Biafran, Zimbabwean, South African, Ugandan. Just work with your own fellow brothers. You understand? So if you have anything that makes you cross paths with another person that is a European, it will be strictly on business or on assignment that you have to engage on, because you are keeping an assignment for your own country, but not that you are going to be working with him like this and he treats you like this on a live video. You understand? So even if you go to America, you become an American Marine, when time comes, they will still make you understand that you are not an American. You are in Italy, you wear Italian Marine. You are in France, you wear French Marine, and you go, I am a French citizen. Lie. You are not French. You are Biafran. You are Ugandan. You are Zimbabwean. You are South African. Who you are is who you are. You can't change it. But when time comes, they will tell you you don't belong to them. You see that? Do you see that? So this is time we understand that, changing the narratives for us is very, very important right now. Becoming who we are is just like the wind is blowing now. Trying to position everybody the way they are, where they come from, so that everybody will know who he is. You understand? Like this, Christian, I can see you in the room. Don't worry. I'll bring you in. Like this idiotic Gabonese bingo. This idiotic Gabonese bingo who started calling for people to shout. When this idiot was calling for people to shout, in your own mind, who do you think he was calling? Was he calling you to shout, you that the white people have used him to oppress? No, he's not calling you to shout. He's calling those people that used him. Those same white French people that used him to oppress his own people. Those same United Nations that used him. They're the ones he's calling to shout. Shout. Because Gabonese people are not going to shout. The real shout that Gabonese people are shouting, you see them on the streets, they are celebrating. They are waving their flags. They are happy. And as of today, they have blocked all their border. Nobody should come in. They want to fix their country. That's the only shout they are shouting. Not the one that this guy was calling the people that have been using him to oppress his own people. He was calling them to shout. What's calling them to shout? And now look at the shout he got. He got a shout from an animal. Now watch.
You to make noise. To make noise. I'm Ali Bongo, Ondimba, President of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world.
He wants to send message to all friends. Who are the friends that this guy have all over the world? The white people. People that are not from Gabon. French people. Portuguese people. These people that colonized and took away everything that has to do with our heritage. They are the friends he's calling upon. He's calling them to come and help him. They're the ones he's calling. When he said, we're calling all our friends all over the world to shout. Do you think he's calling you? He will not call you. Because they have used him to oppress you all these years. But he's calling the people that placed him there. But can they save him now? No way. Except if the Gabonese people don't know what they want. Except if they don't know what they want. I like the place. Let me play it back where the animal was shouting for him.
You to make noise. To make noise.
Bongo.
Ali Bongo.
Ondimba, President of Gabon.
Okay.
And I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world.
Okay.
To tell them to make noise.
Make
noise.
Make noise.
For the people here have arrested me.
Okay.
And my family. My son is somewhere. My wife is in another place. And I'm at the residence. Right now, I'm in the residence. And nothing happening. Nothing is happening.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm calling you to make noise. To make noise.
Okay.
To make noise.
Okay.
Really. I'm thanking you. Thank you. I'm calling you to make noise. To make noise. To make noise, really. To make noise, really. To make noise, really.
What?
Okay now. Okay now. Yeah. You must hear. They're making noise for it now. I mean, should be the noise you want. They are making the noise. They are making the noise. Christian, please, I'm inviting you to take the microphone.
Oh my God. Hey, Baba Famudo the radio.
Don't drink, my brother.
Hey, Ife Mere, Jesus Christ. Make noise. Everybody's making all this decade that they were squandering, living like, ignore their people, make noise. Now I won't make noise. So the thing is, if you remember, I think I talked with you like about a month ago when, it was either Saturday or Sunday. And I told you, I said, Pastor Van, that from now moving forward, that you are going to see how God is going to apply a multi-dimensional approach in dismantling the zoo. It was right after the Niger issue came up, and as if that is not enough, the one of Gabon is coming up. I tell you that the zoo is finished. It is finished. People don't know that God is a long-suffering God, He allows a long period of time. The zoo that was not even supposed to exist at all has lasted for over a century. You know what the zoo has perpetuated, the level of destruction, the level of hindrance and everything that has brought to humanity. God has had enough. And you can see that what is happening now. I feel sorry when I see some of our Biafrans, they don't see the right handwriting on the wall. I feel sorry for them because there's nothing. The only thing you can do as a Biafran or even any other region, begin to pack up your things, ready to go, ready to break away because it's finished.
So
we as Biafran, we are just working with our PM in tandem, in accordance with the spirit of Biafra and the spirit of Chukwuka Abiyama. The day he declared Biafra, that is it. There's no contest. No contest. The day he declares it, no contest. In all these countries, the Nigers, the Burkina Faso, the Malians, the Guinea-Conakry, the Gabonese, the zoo will have nobody on their side. It's finished. These are the countries that they are being threatened today by the zoo to invade, because the Chief Nubu, the Western world, France and Britain and America, Hajia in a very bad place. Then hold on for Brokoff. Because they have debt on him. He's a well-known drug trafficker. The record is there. Money launderer, the record is there. Certificate forger, the record is there. So he has no choice to be in court now, in between a rock and a hard place. To invade Niger or invade anywhere, he tried to legitimize his presidency, his illegitimate presidency. No, but everything is turning against him, and more enmity is building up, is being created against the zoo. The zoo is so finished that if anything happens today, nobody is on their side. Yes. And more disintegration moving forward is coming. There is, so obviously, we thank God the way everything is playing out. Biafrans, we just need that patient in working with the PM as is implementing step-by-step measure to, for the soft landing. That is what I call it. Step-by-step measure for the soft landing of Biafra. We are in it. So obviously, everything is not looking good for the zoo. It's just not looking good. Anything they do moving forward is against them. So we thank God. We thank God for everything.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother Christian. Let me get somebody else in while you are still there. If there's any more thing you want to say, you just notify me. Gospel, you are already here. Please, can you quickly update us on what you have to say while I'm still going to fetch some information from the Twitter of our Prime Minister. Gospel, please, you have the microphone.
Hello, Biafrans. I greet everybody. I'm very happy. Pastor Vam.
Thank you.
God bless you. Yeah, this is my very first time of coming to your program.
It's true. I'm seeing you for the first time also. Nice to see you.
Of course, I have tried so many times to meet you, but that was so difficult for me. But I'm very happy that today I was able to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really thank God for what you guys are doing, and I really bless Chukwu Kabiama for the strength and the sense that they have given our Prime Minister to forge ahead. The battle is not easy, but we shall overcome. I want everybody to stand with our PM, because he has bring in the new dimension that our stream leader talked about. As Vam, I really greet you also for being there for us.
Thank you.
It's not easy. We that are in one of these emirate countries, we find it difficult to come on live videos like this.
Yeah, no, even sometimes to make call, it's also very hard. They said that you could use VPN to connect. It's very difficult.
Yes. Yes. You're very correct. So thank you very much. I thank all Biafrans, and I urge all Biafrans to stand very tall and high. We are already there. Thank you very much, Pastor Vam. God bless you.
Please, Christian, go ahead and make more comments if you want to. Let me attend to something. Thank you very much. I want to get I have someone else in the room. Cornels. Okay, gospel. Thank you very much. I'm going to let you out now. Maybe some other time. Thank you. All right, Cornels.
Yeah, Pastor Vam. Am I coming up loud?
Loud and clear.
Pastor Vam, good evening.
Good evening.
I am calling from homeland.
Wow.
Yes. As of honestly, after the last night broadcast, the result is coming out. Is showing everywhere.
Wow. Give us update.
Yes. One of the aides to the commissioner, they mentioned in Imo State, called me. He called me and said, "Did you listen to your group, your people group?" I said, "Which people?" He said, "The brokers." I said, "Which brokers? Come out clear." He said, "Someone made a broadcast last night, and he mentioned some names of commissioners that they are going to chase away from Imo." I said, "Is your boss among them?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay. Is your boss aware of the?" Yes, he has told him. I said, "Okay. The best thing for him is to resign and give up." He said, "But no, my boss is no longer a commissioner now." I said, "But then he's still part of the government." He said, yes, he's still part of the government, but he's not a commissioner. I said, "That is your own business. That anything for Biafra is what I stand for. It is time for everybody to now align with what Simon Ekpa is doing, so that everybody Biafra will come. It is either you are for us or you are against us." The whole place, he was like, I should talk to people to tell them that his boss is. I said, "No, your boss is part of part of the government, and your boss hasn't spoken up since these killings has been going on in Imo. He hasn't spoken up. That means he's still part of it." So the atmosphere is quiet, is calm. They are getting the message. The message is clear to them, and they are really panicking. They are panicking. That is the best way to go. Frankly speaking, that is the best way to go. The message has been passed, and everybody, it has sunk into their brain. So everybody is now being careful. All of everywhere you go, the joints I visited today, everybody was not like before that. Everybody will start speaking out. All this thing these guys say, they are now saying, "Where do we run to? Where do we run to?" So that's a good message. Well, let us keep the tempo high. Let us maintain the tempo. In fact, let us increase the tempo so that I'm seeing the Biafra already. I am seeing the Biafra already, and they are believing. They are believing. I thank you people for the good job you people are doing. I thank Mazi Simon Eba. He's a good guy. And some of us, majority of us here, will be asking how we're also going to do our own contributions. But I think that remains a matter of, secrecy. Maybe at due time, you people is going to tell us how we're going to make our own contribution, because a lot of people wants to make contributions today, tomorrow, so that these things will get this Biafra. We are not sleeping. We want to see this Biafra today, tomorrow. But we are also following your templates. So that's what I want to say. I thank you. Kudos to you guys. You guys are really doing a wonderful job. Our prayers are with you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. It is very interesting that, when our Prime Minister is saying, that we should follow who know road, that he is leading us to Biafra. Remember all the time he used to warn all those Efulefus. He would tell them, stop all this nonsense people are doing. Let me get this thing for you. I know what to do. You can see from one stage to another, from one template to another template, from one chapter to another chapter, you see the picture getting clearer by the day. And just the way the scripture says that the lines are falling for us in pleasant places. You see the lines actually falling for us in pleasant places. You see the lines are actually falling for us in pleasant places. Things are happening for us. It is look, just except you cannot see. If you cannot see, that's when you will not see that Biafra is coming. Everything about the zoo is crashing. Every enemies of Biafra, every zoo enablers in Biafra land, just like our Prime Minister told them, you see, this September, I'm telling you, they will not forget it in a hurry. Now I'm going to bring the Twitter page of our Prime Minister. Right now, the zoo is planning to send 3,000 soldiers into Imo State. Imo State, they are not sending 3,000 soldiers to Niger, to Niger, where there are terrorists shooting down flights and helicopters that has Nigerian armies inside. They're not sending 3,000 forces there. But to Imo State, tell me what is happening in Imo State to send 3,000 soldiers to Imo State. Do you understand? So that is why our Prime Minister have told them, everybody in Biafra land must stay out of the way for us. Stay out of the way for the Biafra Liberation Army. Let them confront these people. I'm telling you, not one of our men will fall. Not one. Not one. So, fellow Biafrans, we have told you, you must stay out of the way of Biafra Liberation Army. Stay out of their way. They know what to do. They know what to do. As long as you stay out of the way, because bullet, are they that farm mad on a bullet? Are they there farm mad? So, come out and face the spiritual man. Come out. All these commissioners, Mommy Patricia, can identify that you are there. Bless you. I wish you can use the link and come in. It will be very nice. All these commissioners that have heard their name, if you think we are joking, get all the bodyguards in this world and be moving around the Biafra land. Onafu. Ozunu kaga atụtụrụ n'ụzọ. Aga na atụtụ ozunu n'ụzọ ka esi atụtụ ube na ọka. Aga atụtụ ozunu n'ụzọ. Udele. Any commissioner abaturu na Biafra land, I'm telling you, agahelia. No, there won't be any burial ceremony. Agahelia. Aga hapru no annually gwegeria oriosunu. You come to enable Fulani in Biafra land. You are a commissioner with hopes of them. You are still in Biafra land. No, wait. Gallivant, continue to move around. Your days have expired, and if you do not relocate to Abuja, Ozungi Gabuanu Dele. I'm telling you, Ozungi Gabuanu Dele. Tell them no Van Courier. Ozungi Gabuanu Dele. Mad people everywhere. Mad people.
Pastor Bam, you know the funniest thing. Actually, there is no hiding place for all these people, because even in the hotel is even the worst place that they can go and lodge, because hotel is a public place. If you are coming in, we are seeing you. If you are going,
they have started lodging in hotels already. They think we don't know. The few of them that have gone to hotel, we have them already. Once we give the action, those of you in hotel, we already know the hotel where you are lodging. We know the place. We know your movement. All of you. Tell me when your names were called yesterday. Your names were called. The name of your village was called. Your age was called. The day you were born. Everything about you is in our palm. Every creed about you. You think you can? Your village. I am on one who know. We know you to your door mouth. We know all of you. All of you from A to Z. From A to Z, we know all of you. We have your ad. Everything about you is not hidden. So you cannot hide. You can't hide. So when we're telling you, leave Biafra land and relocate to Abuja, it is not a joke. It's not a joke. So don't just think that we are playing. Don't think we are playing. So I don't know. Gospel is just excited about that. I don't know. I will have to bring you guys back, since there are no people trying to come in. And in the next 15 minutes, I'll end this. I'll end it in the next 15 minutes.
Of course, Pastor Vam.
Yeah.
I am always excited, because whenever I see you guys, speaking on this very Biafra restoration, I become very, very happy. It is unfortunate that we that are in this place, there is no how we can, you know, do otherwise, because these people are somehow related to the people that we are fighting with. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So there's no how we can, you know, start to, you know, link podcast and all that, or then will, you know, quickly fish us out, and it will become a problem to us. So that is why we are, you know, following very close and always trying to comment when we have time to, or have chance to comment. You understand?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
When our Prime Minister yesterday was, you know, mentioning their name and their date of birth, I was very, very excited. And these people, to their greatest surprise, they never knew that we know them by name, we know them by birth, we know them by where they are coming from, we know them by their own room. You understand? You see, there's one thing these people have to understand. As much as the Biafra is concerned, there is no hidden place for them in the land of Biafra. There's no hidden place. There's no hidden place for anybody who is fighting against the restoration of Biafra Republic. There's no hidden place for them. And they have to understand that there is nothing that they can do to stop this movement. If they have not understood that by now, I don't think if they will understand it again, because it has been shown very, very clear to them that there is nothing that they can do to stop the restoration of Biafra. You get what I'm saying? So my brother, I am so excited and I'm always with you. Today that I'm opportune to be live, just this is how I am always. Whenever I'm listening to you, whenever I'm listening to our Prime Minister, whenever I'm listening to Mr. Herbert, whenever I'm listening to every autopiloted media group, I'm always happy. You understand? I'm always excited because almost everybody, the broadcaster and everybody calling on the broadcast is speaking my mind. Are you getting it? So that is why I'm always happy about that. You're not there? So, Pastor Van, where are you going to? Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you very much. The domestic disturbance. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave it here, fellow Biafrans. Thank you, Gospel.
Yes.
Gospel. It's so good to have you today, and you've made a very, very impressive contribution. Thank you so much. I thought Christian was in the mood to talk today, but it seems like he's not ready to talk. And thank you, fellow Biafrans. We're going to leave it here because our fundraising is coming up at the top of the hour. At the top of the hour, our fundraising will be coming up. And remember, these funds are needed for the Biafra Liberation Army. Very, very needed. So we need to double up and join for the fundraising. I have over 200 of you watching. If the 200 of you can come in on the fundraising and make a contribution this week, will mean a lot. Let me quickly show you something from the Twitter. Let me see. I wish it can be much clearer. I really wish it can be much clearer, but let's see. And our Prime Minister put up this. It says starting from next week, the Nigerian terrorist states will be deploying over 3,000 soldiers to Imo State, Biafra land. It is going to be free for all gunfights in defense of our women and children. We call on all civilians in the affected Imo states to be very vigilant and mind their movement as Biafra Liberation Army are prepared to teach them unforgettable lesson like they have always done. The Biafra Liberation Army has raised its war alarm to 70%. And in the coming days, Imo State will be a state to watch. In the coming days, Imo State will be a state to watch. Please beware that this is coming from our Prime Minister. It's coming from our Prime Minister. And let me see if there is another very important update there. I have to be careful what comes up. I have to be careful what comes up to avoid what do you call it? Community standard. What we have here, yeah, I already read this, the legitimization of Nigeria government within Biafra territory. That was from our Prime Minister. I already did that as my own presentation. And you know, when we're talking about it, here our Prime Minister brought a picture of Jerry Rawlings. You see the picture of Jerry Rawlings? You see the sign on his head there? You see that sign? How many of you notice that it is almost the same sign of our Biafra Republic government in exile? Almost the same kind of insignia. You see that? So that is the chief of Edwakanono, Jerry Rawlings of blessed memories. Jerry Rawlings of blessed memories. He is the chief initiator of Edwakanono. And today in Biafra land, we are going the way of Jerry Rawlings. Today in Biafra land, we are going the way of Jerry Rawlings, and then we are going to show them what it means to liberate your own people. Jerry Rawlings did it for Ghana. We are going to do it for Biafra. Not Nigeria. We are doing it for what? For Biafra. Nigeria is gone, done and dusted. Nothing can save it. Nothing can save it. So that's it. And then we have that as an update from our Prime Minister, the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Ohama, Odogu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the son of Ahamadike of Biafra land. The son of Ahamadike of Biafra land. You know, when you see your Prime Minister, Imagona Odogu, Adigo Kogade. Odogu Adigo Kogade. I love that. Odogu Adigo Kogade. That's the Prime Minister, you know, honorable indeed. His Excellency. The one Hana told Joya. Opotana Wari Kapura, Mohanila Nawa, Tiki Adezu, Manden Zamana Chebehagezu. No hiding place for you. No hiding place. We've got the dragon. And he has come to finish the job. He has come to finish the job. Now, he said that commissioners from other states will be posted soon. All the commissioners yesterday was centered on Anambra and Imo. All the commissioners, Anambra and Imo. You know, in the coming days, you are going to hear the commissioners from Enugu, from Ebonyi, from all these places. All these commissioners, you are going to hear their names, and we are going to tell them, you know, show them where they belong, actually. Because Biafra has come to stay. Biafra must be free. Thank you so very much, my sweet Helen Peters. Thank you, darling. Grazie, amore. Grazie. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. I love you too. Thank you so much. All right, Umu Chineke, please, I beg of you, you know, while the fundraising will begin, I will be streaming it from here also, and the link will be out in the next less than 40 minutes time. the fundraising will begin. And remember, it is Biafra Republic Government in Exile fundraising. You know, we normally have different kind of fundraising. We have the Umuada fundraising, we have the media team fundraising, and now we are going to be having the Biafra Republic Government in Exile fundraising. That's what we'll be having. Okay, so you need to support the government. You need to support the Biafra government if you want to be free. And also remember, those of you that are in Europe here, those of you in the UK, in all around Europe, remember, every road in October leads to Finland. Every road leads to Finland, those of you here in Europe, 20th and 21st of October. But before then, everybody in America, if you can get a flight to Baltimore in Maryland, if you can get a flight to Maryland in Baltimore on the 15th of September, we are having the opening ceremony of our Biafra house. Wow. The opening ceremony of our Biafra house in Baltimore, Maryland on the 15th of September. Every road leads to Baltimore. Every road leads to Baltimore, and the full address, you know, you go to our government page, you're going to see the full address, and we'll keep it posted as often as we come out. You know, this week is going to be, you know, a very heavy publicity for that government house opening in Baltimore, Maryland on the 15th of September. But after that, the trip to Finland, you need to get yourself registered and get yourself a ticket. Please do that. You can contact Uche. If you are in Europe, contact Uche, you know, for, you know, contact Uche for, you know, assistance on your challenges, please. Yeah. Let's see. Our Prime Minister uploaded something from the Twitter. Let me see if it is something. Hold on, guys. Let me see if it's something we can play. Let me just see if it's something we can play. Let me see if it's something we can play. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. Wait, let me show you this one. Let me show you this. It's very important. I should play this. Let me see. I should play it. Wait, hold on, guys. Let me refresh before I bring it up. I'll bring it in. Uh, you know, our Prime Minister titled this, I tell you what I want to tell you. This is funny. That is the Chinese president going to BRICS. He arrived on BRICS and is going to the stage, but his own personal aid, was not allowed to come along with him. You know, his own personal aid. And look at the title our promise I gave. Our promise said, you must not know everything going on in deliberation. I tell you what I want you to know. You see that? That is it. Watch it and see. Look at how he was stopped. Look how the guy was stopped. The guy was running to. Look at how he was stopped. President don't come see his aid again. He's on the red carpet. See that? It's just like all these Nzama people, that are fighting Mazi Simon Ekpa today. They are fighting him. They don't know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept from them that he revealed to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to Mazi Simon Ekpa. You know, there are places Mazi Simon Ekpa went with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are things Mazi Simon Ekpa have done with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not everything he revealed to these bingos that are underground. You see them going to bring old audios of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was first kidnapped, was first arrested, not kidnapped. It is this time he was kidnapped. That time he was arrested, and there's some efulefus in the midst of IPOB then. You know, we're doing, you know, Chike Doziem and the rest of them, even though they have their own selfish interest there, you know, they fought, they had a war, but they won that time. And they did that in war, but they went until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out, he was giving them accolades, which was rightfully so, you know. They were the people available for him at that time. But this time they will be telling you that time it is the same thing that happened. No, it's not the same thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. He was arrested. He was not sold away. He was arrested. This time around, these idiots are the people that sold him. They sold him. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Kidnapped. So how can you be comparing kidnapped and arrested? To be kidnapped like that from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria with the jet plane of a fellow Biafran. What are you talking about? How can it be the same? It's not the same. So they are trying to compare it as the same because what they did at that time, they did it because genuinely they were fighting for the protection of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they were not as compromised as they were now. That time it was the zoo that arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. But this time around, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in another country. And there are accomplices to it. Very close parties were accomplices to this particular kidnap. Family members were accomplices. Wife, father-in-laws were accomplices. Lawyers, close lawyers, most trusted, were accomplices in the kidnap and rendition. So it is not like arrest like they had those days, whereby they had to stand their ground because everything was clear. Nobody was compromised to the arrest. Do you understand? At least those that are close to him, they were not responsible for the arrest. They never saw it coming. But this one, they knew when it was going to happen. They planned it. They collected money. There was a plane waiting. Are you listening to me? A plane was waiting. And the most trusted actually said he has a video recording of what took place there. So do you want to compare and contrast and still open your gutter and say it is the same thing? So there are so many things Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after that accolade he gave them, he now discovered that these people were a bunch of criminals. He now said, if it were not for God, he wouldn't be talking to any one of them. After giving them that accolade, he now recognized someone who they are now claiming came from the back door. He now gave him the heap of accolades. Not only accolade, but approval. Not only approval, but anointing. Not only anointing, but the staff of leadership. Hey, I don't know if somebody's recording what I'm saying right now. Then he gave them accolade. But when it came to the one they are now calling a thief or a periman that came from the back door, he didn't only give him accolade, he gave him approval, he gave him, support, he gave him the mandate, he gave him the staff of leadership. And he said, go on ahead of me and do the needful. And he commanded these efulefus. Are you trying to tell me that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying, you must listen to Simon Ekpa, was it only telling those of you that are not in the leadership? No. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying, you must listen to Simon Ekpa, was Chike Doziem excluded from it? The answer is no. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling you IPOB members that you must share his message, you must listen to him, was China Sangwa excluded? Did he at any time say you must listen to him, but DOS should not? The structure should not. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is speaking, he is speaking to the family of IPOB, and he spoke to them directly, saying, you must listen to Simon Ekpa. You must share his messages. You must do what he said. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying, Simon Ekpa should be allowed to do what he was doing, who did he categorically send the message to? And that particular message didn't come to Biafrans. It came to these fools, these idiots that call themselves leadership. That they are now sharing their messages and telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recognized Chike Doziem. He said thank you to Chike Doziem. But the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, while he is in the dungeon, told this idiotic Sabon Tike called Chike Doziem that he is forbidden to interfere. Let me bring it to you so that you understand what I mean. So when this bunch of idiots, some of you have very low understanding. So sometimes we have to repeat these things again and again to you so that it makes sense. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said this, he said this memo. Look at it, number one there. Number one, he said, DOS is forbidden. Are you DOS? If you are not DOS, why are you standing to say DOS are wise? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them that they are forbidden from responding to Simon Ekpa no matter what. This is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when was this? This memo was released from the dungeon. And these people are sharing audios from 2016 and 2017. When did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell you that you must listen to Simon Ekpa? 2021. 2021. Are you listening to me? These idiots are sharing audios from 2016 and 2017. Can't you see that they are a bunch of criminals? Because which one should you obey? Is it the previous order or the very last order? Or the very recent one that he gave? Which order are you supposed to obey? The one of 2015, 2016, 2017, or the one of 2021, or even the one of 2022? 2022 from the dungeon. He wrote this: DOS are forbidden. You have to listen. You have to learn. So anybody that is sharing to you all those audios, they are sending. And they send the audio and they are sharing to you. Hey, Chike Doziem, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying Chike Doziem, you should listen to Chike Doziem. Chike Doziem, thank you very much for holding the line. He was even thanking Umuchuku writers. The one that we now know as Umuekwensu writers. Umuekwensu, that we pick somebody's name because it is autopilot. and write his name as a terrorist and send to Nigeria army to go and kidnap them. Writers, the one that will stay under the tree with the fire Ejiofor and interview him and go to his office and interview. The one that will interview Benjamin Madubugu. Do you know that it is these Umuchuku writers that actually interview Benjamin Madubugu and video record him inside the fire Ejiofor DSS office? Do you remember? Do you know? So are they the same people? You are bringing audio of 2017 and telling me that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned Umuchuku writers that are now interviewing somebody Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would not want to lay his eyes on. Are you following me? Are you following me? The same people that are now sharing audios, telling people that there is recruitment. Come and recruit for Biafra Liberation Army so that they will hand them over to the Nigerian army and Nigerian government. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't have time. I would have loved to play that the audio, which I will play later, maybe tomorrow again, to create more awareness. There is no recruiting of any Biafra Liberation Army going on anywhere in Biafra land. Biafra Liberation Armies, we are not recruiting. Eastern Security Network, not recruiting. You understand? So, and I will use this opportunity to sound my note of warning. Nobody should call me or call any of our media team telling anybody that I am ESN, I am somewhere. Well, don't call. If you have any message, go and look for our Prime Minister's email address and write him. If he responds to you, fine. Nobody in the media has any authority in ESN. I don't. I have no say or any authority in Biafra Liberation Army or in ESN. The final authority stops at the table of the Prime Minister. So there's no recruitment. So don't come and say, please, we are ESN. They have forgotten us in the. If you call me again, I'll block you. Don't call me again. Don't call anybody to tell them that you are a member of ESN, that or I want to recruit ESN. There is nothing like that going on. No media, we don't recruit people on media. We are here to propagate the gospel. We are here to emphasize the voice of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. That's what we're here to do. Thank you. I have a doctor. Let me quickly allow doctor to make his view.
Pastor Bam.
Hi, Doc. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon from here. How are you?
Fine, sir.
I'm on break. I just strolled into your program. I said, let me just see where you are to this
Thank
moment.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
The last time I saw you were talking about Wiki and those relevant people, armed robbers, all of them.
Yeah.
You know, but be that as it may, I just want to thank God for you guys. You know, more especially in the morning when you do your tutuoma. Your songs has a way of reviving your listeners, but you don't know this.
Wow.
The song has a way of reviving those who listen to you. You know, and that's one of the things that tells you when the Spirit of God is involved in something, you know it. You know. So I don't have much to say because I didn't know what you guys were talking about. So, but I just want to say,
yeah, there is a warning that have been released to commissioners. Their names were mentioned. Every commissioner in Anambra, every commissioner in Imo, their names were mentioned last night, and our Prime Minister have told them to relocate to Abuja and join Hope Uzodinma there, because none of them should operate anywhere in Biafra land. And again, the latest now is that Hope Uzodinma have agreed with Tinubu. They are sending in next week about 3,000 foot soldiers, and our Prime Minister is telling Biafrans to stay out of the way, you know, and we're going to engage them. But meanwhile, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released before the 15th of September, we are giving them another warning again, another 3 weeks of civil disobedience, this time around in a very systematic way. I've already announced the times and the days, of which we'll still lay more emphasis on it tomorrow, so that people will be aware. The sit-at-home will commence from on the 18th of September to the 1st of October, thereabout.
Yeah, I listened to when he was listing, I think I overheard when he was listing the names of the people, the commissioners.
Yes.
That was laudable. And then with the Hope Uzodinma bringing 3,000 soldiers to Igbo land or wherever. Well, the point is that man doesn't know that he was an armed robber. And that spirit of armed robbery has not left him even to date. And I learned that in Imo State, he has increased the billboard advert to 24 million. Why people will not be able to reach it? He's just using Imo State fund, to create terrorism in the state so that people will be scared. And then he will install himself as the everlasting governor of the state.
Yeah, he wants to be the Jagaban of Imo State.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do. But he doesn't know. All we can tell the Imolites is that they should brace up. They should resist him at all costs. If you ask them, they'll say, "What do you want us to do?" Resist him at all costs.
All costs, yeah.
Resist him at all costs. No amount of money he will spend that will make that man come back to that seat in September. I don't know when the election is taking place.
I think it's in November, but there won't be election. We are going to make sure there won't be any election in Imo State. But already he has the results in Abuja. He has the results.
That's what he does. That's what all of them do. Bunch of thieves and criminals who call themselves leaders. All they just want to do is to subject the people to abject poverty, so that when they say, "Hey," the people will just listen to them. And that is this is a very dangerous trend. Very dangerous trend. And the earlier Biafrans rise up now, so that we have our Biafra, and let them go to hell with their zoo. I hated zoo with passion even before I left the country.
Wow.
Very useless country that nothing. Everybody is after himself. Nobody is after tomorrow for the betterment of other people. Everybody is just after their own pocket, what they can get. Even those who criticize government, some people, not everybody. There are some people who are criticizing government. They're just waiting for opportunity for them to find a spot to be put in that government. And then you see the dirtiness in their lifestyle.
Sure.
Look at that man they call Bajabia Miller. If they tell that Bajabia Miller was studied in America, will you believe? But when they come back, they become worse than even the Nigerians themselves.
Can you imagine?
They become worse than even, I don't know what they did, what they studied overseas. I don't know the kind of lifestyle they lived. I don't know what impact they want to make on the people. You want to be a lord over the people? No, that's not the route to happiness. The route to happiness is to ensure that other people around you are happy. Not only you. If only you are the person happy, then you are most miserable.
Yes.
You're most miserable. You're a miserable human being. The thing that makes Europeans more acceptable and more accessible than us, why all of us crave to go to Europe and America, is because you have leaders who want to better the lives of their people, who want the betterment of their people and the betterment of the society. But the contrary is the case in Nigeria. The contrary, Nigerian leaders are only interested in embezzling the money, in using the money to come out and give peanuts to the people whom they govern, so that the people will be worshiping them. That is the madness in Africa, to be precise. But it's worse in Nigeria. Worse in Nigeria. The psychophancy is now the order of the day. Psychophancy. Let me tell you the most shocking thing that makes me detest Nigeria. It's very difficult for you to see people come to tell you truth. It's very difficult for you to find. Forget all this thing they make, all this noise government make. All their budget are lies. All their programs on TVs are all lies. Lies everywhere, and the thing has eaten deep into the people. Into the people, that people today who are even overseas, if they're not careful, they themselves are already influenced by the lifestyle of Nigeria. And they can't make a change. It's very difficult to make a change. So for you guys, I thank God. We're going to do whatever we can to ensure that Biafra comes and that our leader Nnamdi Kanu is released. The injustice is just too much.
It's just too much.
And the deception from our leaders in the so-called Eastern region is another worrisome aspect. Look at the Yorubas. Tiwa. The Arewas, they just do as if nothing is happening. But the Igbos will come out. They will be the people to subject, to strangulate, to make sure that their people suffer. Look at hopeless Uzodimma, what he's doing in Imo State. Did you hear the report that they said the US and the British government used Umahi and Hope Uzodimma to kill young people in Imo State? Did you see the report?
Yes, I've heard it, but I need the details so that we'll use it for our next broadcast. I really need to get the details to show you. We've seen it, we've heard about it.
It's most pathetic. Honestly. Very, very pathetic. And I thank God that God will really give people grace. It's really not easy coming online.
Thank you.
The last time I came online to do a program like this was in 2016, and it was like something. There are people started telling me, stop. So keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
We'll just
thank you, sir.
Pray for you people.
So much.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much. All right, brethren, let us go to the fundraising. I'm going to end it now. Let's get ready for the fundraising. We have just 10 minutes to get ready for the fundraising. Please support Eastern Security Network, support Biafra Liberation Army, support what we're doing. We are going home. Thank you very much. God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless our Prime Minister, Odogu Mazi Simon Ekpa. May God bless you, every one of you that are listening and are still standing on the gap, standing on the line, maintaining your position. May God bless you. May God bless every one of you that are supporting us, all the media teams. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you for supporting the Umada. Thank you for supporting our Prime Minister. God bless you. Please, I'll see you in a short time. As many as you are here, please come back and join us for the fundraising. Thank you. Thank you.